many incredible achievements since joining Unique 5 years ago. She is consistently in the top 10 for the Canadian Lead Awards, as well as in the top earners for Canada. She has received 2 top awards at convention, and her lifetime sales, you ready, is nearing 300,000. Karlee is a very busy mom of 4, a wife to her very supportive husband, Steve, and is the true definition of our mission. Please help me welcome Karlee Prins.
Give a big round of applause to Brady and Megan for putting this on, because this is not easy. Okay? These girls work so hard, and they put on an incredible day, don't you guys think? Yeah. Right? So, and Deborah, thanks for being here. Right? I know we appreciate that so much. Okay, go to the next slide. So, as I said, my name is Karlee Prins. I have been with the business for 5 years. And today I just wanted to chat a little bit about that journey and be a little bit more relatable to you guys. So a little bit about me though, in case you don't know. Like Meg said, I do have 4 kids. My life is spent 95% of the time at a hockey rink. Any other hockey moms out there? Right? All 4 of them are in sports. I think last weekend we had 7 ice times in 2 days between the 4 of them. So the fact that this business can give me freedom to do what I need to do as a mother, as a wife, and as a friend on the side of everything else that I have is actually like pretty incredible, you guys. A little bit that you might not know about me, I was a nurse for 11 years on the psychiatric unit here in Red Deer. I also worked crisis work in Emerge, and I left that career 3 years ago because of this opportunity, okay? So it doesn't matter what status you are or what's happening, you can take it into your own hands. If that's something that you want, that freedom that you desire is totally possible, you guys. Okay? Yes, I do have a super supportive husband named Steve that is like Lindsay's husband. What do you call him again? Safety Dave, right. Like Safety Dave, he expects the trip every year as well. So we will be going again to the Bahamas, and you will find him on the flow rider. So it's all about balance in life, you guys. Like I'm showing eating a cheeseburger. Like I don't eat at McDonald's as much as Deborah does, but it's all about balance. But I do like a good vanilla latte every once in a while. So, okay, just leave it on this one for a while. Okay, so today I'm talking a little bit more vulnerable for you guys. I'll try not to cry because I'm like Shalane that way. I feel with my heart super big. Yeah. But this was something that was put on my heart to share with you a little bit about this. And yesterday at the leadership retreat or summit, it just validated that so much more. So the fall of 2017, I had a plan. How many of you had a plan in your business before? You wanted it, you saw it, you felt it right. Everything that you ever wanted was lining up. You felt like it was exactly where you wanted to be. You knew you deserved it, or you thought you did, right? You knew that your team had the potential to reach it. So my goal was at that time to build 4 elite status presenters and reach black status. Okay, I knew what was on the line: a $10,000 US bonus, black status retreat, purple status retreat, and the recognition at the following convention. Everything that I had ever kind of wanted, I felt like that was just the time that it needed to happen. I was trying to control something, a part of my journey, and to fit into this mold of when I thought it should happen. So like a few of you know that are near to my heart, know that that didn't happen. Sorry, I don't know why I'm good with this. Yeah, anyway, my perfect plan was shattered come December 1st. Although we hit black status numbers and have done that a few times here and there, no elites were built. Immediately I went down and talking about that mindset panel, and I'm just sharing this with you so that you guys know that no matter where you are in your journey, you're going to have these ups and downs. But again, like the mindset panel just said, it's all about how you come out of that. But at what is wrong with me? Why can't I do what other people are doing? I must be a terrible leader. I felt like I let people down. I felt like a complete failure. And I literally sobbed on the floor for 3 days. I'm not even kidding. So I got stuck in that trap of comparison, and honestly at that time, in that lowest point, quitting felt like the easiest option. Looking ahead at the mountain ahead felt like way too far away from way down at the bottom hole that I knew I had to climb myself out of. But like any failures that we are given in this life, or I like to call them now lessons, we have to pick ourselves up or make that decision to do that. I mean, I could have decided to walk away like majority of you have at some point with something in your life, I'm sure. But I had to make that decision that I was going to, the only thing that I could control was me. That I was going to pour as much as I possibly could into myself to grow to the point where I will get there. Do you know what I mean? So, and since that day, I have been on a like surrendering fully, trusting deeply, and growing immensely kind of journey. I really feel like God, the universe, whatever you choose to believe, has a plan that's far greater than what my plan was at that time, and I've completely, my kind of motto, I guess you could say, I have it on my whiteboard in my office, is just complete surrender. You gotta trust, surrender, and let go. And I don't mean let go of the goal, that's not the point at all, but literally hands off the wheel, let go. It will happen on a timeline when it's supposed to, and you need to trust that. Sorry, this is not, yeah. Okay, so I had to focus on the only thing, like I said, that I could control, and that was how do I get better? How do I move forward from here, from the lowest point that I felt into standing on the stage here for you guys today? So I'm thankful for that. It shook me to the core. Just like Megs was saying about her journey getting green taken away from her, we all have that, right? And it's going to happen. But through those is where our soul transformations are truly going to happen, you guys. And we become better because of it. When others can say now that they're going through something similar, I can say to them, I've been there. I know exactly what it feels like, and you're not alone, all right? Every single obstacle that you are being given, or detours like to call them, is there for a reason, okay? I'm willing to bet that, and this goes back to Deborah's speech too, every single one of us in this room is trying to control something, okay? Whether it's on a timeline that you want to get pregnant on, whether it's a job that you really want, trying to control that, whether it's your family, whether it's something in your personal life, your business. Guaranteed, if you reflect on it, you're trying to control something, all right? And that feeling, why do we do that? It's because it's a feeling, the feeling of being out of control is scary, it's uncomfortable. Nobody likes that, right? Okay, next slide. So I absolutely love this quote by Abraham Hicks, so I'm just going to read it to you guys. The reason you want every single thing that you want is because you think you will feel really good when you get there. But if you don't feel really good on your way to getting there, you can't get there. You have to be satisfied with what is while you're reaching for more. Powerful. Save that. Seriously. We get, sorry, again, this mic thing. I thought it was last night, and I was like, oh, I gotta, anyway. When we get too busy focusing on what we want, or what we think we deserve, on a timeline we want it to happen on, instead of just finding the joy in the journey and really enveloping ourselves in that whole process, you guys. All right? And being grateful. I'm going to talk about that a few times today. Grateful for what we've already been given, and focusing on, we tend to focus on the lack instead of the abundance that's in our lives. So what story are each one of you, as you're sitting in that chair, what are you creating, you guys? Are you creating a story of lack, of scarcity? Or are you creating one of joy and abundance and fulfillment? Okay, think about that for a second. Are you saying to yourself, I wish, not me, well, not today, she just got lucky, or I have bad luck. What are you saying to yourself? Because that story that you're playing is going to be what's going to manifest itself out for you. Okay, and those self-sabotaging behaviors and patterns that we have are going to halt everything that you've ever wanted. Trust me. Okay? So, yeah, you can go to the next slide. Just there yet. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the 7 common blocks, and this is from Gabrielle Bernstein's book, The Super Attractor. If you have not read her first book, well, not her first, but my first read of this one, was The Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein. I highly suggest that. It's literally changed my life. But this is her next one that just came out, and it's called Super Attractor. This is where this came from. Okay? So we need to recognize and be aware of things that are happening in our lives, whether it's personal or business, that are blocking us from getting everything we've ever wanted. Okay? Some of these will strike a chord with you. Maybe they all will. They did a lot with me too, and I had a lot of kind of, like that makes sense now. All right, so I thought that I would just share this with you if it can help you realize it a little sooner than it did me. Okay, first one. So the first one is believing in the lack. Okay, this comes back to that scarcity mindset, all right? We focus on what we don't have or what's not happening instead of the things and the blessings that we've been given, okay? We focus on what's not happening. Having this mindset actually reduces your inspiration and decreases creativity. I know, because I've been trapped in it too. We are so conditioned to think in this way, we don't even realize we're doing it. We lose track of feeling good because we are trying so darn hard to feel good enough. Second one. Okay, thinking there's not enough to go around. This is the belief that there's a limit to abundance and joy, and so if we don't gather it all right now, it's never going to happen to us, so why do we try? All right? And Gabby, people call her Gabby. Gabrielle Bernstein says, we can't have one foot in the door of abundance and one foot in the door of lack. You can't have that at the exact same time or you're not going to be completely out of line, all right? The goal is to feel aligned with everything that you, like your mindset and your actions and your beliefs, so that you can move forward with what you're wanting to achieve. Okay, third one. Comparing to others. Put your hand up if this has ever affected you. Literally every single one of you should have your hands up. Try that again. I'm not even kidding. Oh, you're writing. Okay, sorry. Take a picture. No, just kidding. It's okay. Every single one of us has been plagued by this at some point or another. I guarantee it. And I'm no different than you. But what comparing to others does, it reinforces our fears and inadequacy that we're not good enough. Okay? You guys have heard it before. The runner's analogy I like to share because as you're running your race and you check behind you to see who's coming up beside you, meanwhile, you're losing track of your momentum. You could trip and fall. You have no idea what you're focusing on, but the person beside you is so laser focused. They're running their marathon. Their momentum's not slowing down. Stop and stay in your own lane, you guys. It's affecting your businesses, your personal life, and everything else as well. All right? Comparison is the thief of joy, and I know you guys have heard that a bazillion times over. It's the truth. And I challenge everyone to, instead of comparing, pardon? Oh, bless you. Sorry. Instead of comparing, I challenge you all to genuinely want success for other people, because by you wanting that for other people, it's going to raise your vibration to where you want to be. Use them as inspiration. Okay? Number 4. The need to win at the expense of having fun. Okay? This stems from the fact that we need to be better than someone else to be good enough. We need that validation to feel good enough. All right? We measure our success on our amount, or we measure our worth on how much success we've had, and we're not focusing on finding the joy in the journey. All right? And I don't know about you, but this business is a whole pile of fun. All right? And so once you can connect with that and just have fun with what you're doing and share that with other people, it will change the course of your business, I promise. Okay, next one. Fear of rejection. How many of you have fear of rejection? Seriously, I know everyone's hand should be up for that one too. Just saying. All right? This is just another form of lack, you guys, okay? We all will experience this some point in our business. Somebody's going to say no to us. Somebody's going to, not join right now, or whatever is going to happen, you are going to experience it if you haven't already. All in your personal business, or your personal life, as well as your business, okay? But what if we chose to look at the rejection as a form of protection, or like a form of guidance, all right? A lot of you know that Sherry Brown is one of my mentors. She's one of my dear friends, and I've learned so much from that woman. She always says, and in fact she gave us a bracelet at our first leadership retreat that said, "What is for you will not pass you by." And that is something that has literally, it sticks with me. Aaron will vouch for this too. It's literally on repeat in my head. What is for you will not pass you by. Okay, so if it's not for you, it's not going to happen. So just an example of this is I'm building a team in the Netherlands, and I had a lady that was on my team 3 years ago. She had to let her account go because she was moving back to Holland. And she's been in my team page since. She asked to be. And we've stayed in contact. I know her family, her kids' names. We know each other. And I sent a message to her, let her know how exciting it was. And she was excited. She announced it, all that. But 2 weeks later, she sent me a message letting me know that she was joining somebody else. All right? My immediate reaction was hurt. I felt betrayed. All those things that would be normal to feel in that given situation. But because of how much growth I've had, and I talked to other leaders and all that, they said, "She's not for you, Karlee. She's not for you." And immediately it just had that shift of like, you're right, she's not for me. Somebody who doesn't have integrity is not going to be on my team because that's not how I lead. But I want you guys to know that those things are going to happen to you. And I wish her all the best. That's not what this is about, but I'm just showing you guys that things are going to happen to you in your business, and you need to figure out a way to sift through that and literally replay in your head, what's for you will not pass you by, okay? Because it will make a difference for you. Next. Okay, having a need more mentality. How many of you guys have achieved a goal and immediately thought, okay, what's next? Ready, what's next? I know, I'm totally guilty of that too, all right? But the biggest thing that I can say to you is be grateful for that, be present, enjoy what just happened for you, and take time to let it really sink in, okay? If you're not embracing all that you've been given, you're telling the universe, God, whatever you choose to believe, that you're not grateful, so why would they give you more? Okay? Fear of being judged, all right? We've had this, it's come up a couple times today, and I'm not going to talk a lot about this because I know we all feel it at some point, but I saw this statement in this book, The Super Attractor, and this is what she said: "Their judgment of us is a direct reflection of what we fear in ourselves." So the biggest thing I can say to you, if you have fear of other people judging you, go and work on yourself so that those judgments don't bug you anymore, okay? Because again, they're not paying your bills. So the blocks that we've had, the obstacles that have happened to us, aren't here to punish us, you guys. They're here to actually help us grow into who we were meant to be and everything that we never thought we could be. And I'm honestly living proof of that, okay? But I can promise you that if you can find a way to figure out what these blocks are, what your self-sabotaging behaviors are that you're doing in your business and in your personal life, you will get rid of that fear-based story that you've been creating. And if you can be, okay, go to the next slide. If you can be so certain of the outcome that you're not going to worry about anything else, I promise you it will change the complete course of your life and your business. Gabrielle Bernstein says, "Those who are certain of the outcome can afford to wait and wait without anxiety. I am so certain of what I am here to do, that this is my God-given gift, and I'm not going to waste it." So the lessons that you, and it's going to happen on a timeline that's not for me to decide, okay? But if you can be so certain, and those lessons that you're going to learn along the way, use them as teaching tools, you're going to be an amazing leader, I promise. So once I stopped playing victim to my circumstances, stop blaming other people for what was or wasn't happening, and stop focusing, like I say, on what wasn't happening and focused on just being grateful, it literally, and having that abundance mindset, It literally changed everything for me. Has anyone here heard of a gratitude bell?
Yes.
Just saying. Okay. I think it was after convention. I don't know the timeline, but I watched a video in one of my Sideline Sisters team pages. Victoria Dumais was a guest speaker, or whatever you want to call it, in her live, or her team page, and did a live. She's a Black status from the States, and this was the first time I heard of this concept, okay? So basically Victoria, so I'm giving credit to her, I have no idea where she heard it. So if I met her one day, I would tell her that she inspired me for this. But what she says is if you can celebrate everything from big or small and give it like a physical, you know, it raises your, it's going to raise your vibration even more, you guys, okay? It's going to, like, if you, pardon? Yeah, shake the house. Yeah, well, my bag is full of bells. Just wait. So, it's literally going to raise your vibration. So if you know what you want, but your belief is way down here, you got to match that, you guys. You got to raise your energy, raise where you are so that it aligns together, right? So that you can reach everything that you've ever wanted to reach. So, the more grateful that we are, the more the universe is going to, that gives us a sign out there that we're ready for more, that we're willing to accept, and we're so grateful for it. All right? So it's like tuning into a radio station that has fuzzy and all of a sudden it's just clear, all right? So we need to celebrate, sorry, I'm holding too many things right now. We need to celebrate every little thing. Somebody joins your team, ring that bell, somebody, or do a dance, whatever you choose to do, get up and move and put some physical something to it, okay? Some energy to it. Anyway, so somebody joins your team, you get a sale, somebody on your team does something. This is something that I've adopted into our team, and I absolutely love it to pieces. And it's not even, I get my kids to ring my bell. You get everyone involved in what you are doing, and I promise you it's going to be the coolest thing. So some might think it's kooky, but it works. So Brady and Meg, and I actually have 6 of them to give away. And what they say on them is barring gratitude, okay? So they're just going to do the draws real quick. If you have it, just come up, and I'm going to continue talking because I know that we are pressed for time. I actually want to give Deborah one, Megan and Brady one as well. Okay, 317352. Yeah! 317263. Okay, 317339. 317268. 317-272. Bring that bell. 317-306. Okay. Awesome. So I challenge you all to spread the word about this, to be honest, because it's pretty awesome, and it's something that's kind of fun to involve your teams with and your families. But I also challenge you to raise your vibration, to take a good look at what you're wanting and how you can, what you want and your belief are 2 different things. And that's what happened to me, you guys. I knew I wanted it, but I wasn't ready for it, okay? I am now. I know I am. I've come a long way. Woo! So, become the victor and not the victim, you guys. Sorry, you can do the last slide. So like Victoria Dumais says, upgrade your mind, upgrade your life. All right? What do you long for, you guys? What are your deepest desires, and what makes you so excited to wake up in the morning? What do you really want? Write it down and go after it. Chase it. Okay? It's time to stop saying you want something and start believing you can get it. Okay? And taking the proper actions to get there. This business is called Personal Development with a Paycheck. At least that's what I like to call it. Work on yourself first, okay? Your business will flourish because of it, your relationships will flourish because of it, and you will flourish because of it, you guys. Okay, and that's the most important here. You will grow in ways that you never thought would ever be imaginable, and grow into who you've always meant to be, I promise you that. So rise up, and seriously, it's time to let the light get into every little nook and cranny and crack that, I can't swear, crack it open, and let the light in. Because it's only through the darkest times that we will have those soul-shifting, earth-shattering, and like pride-bursting moments that will transform us into places we've never thought we could ever be. Right? So as crappy as it is to go through it in those moments, you guys, it's so beyond worth it. Okay? When your plan doesn't go as you thought it should, doesn't mean you give up, just means you dig deeper. It's part of your story, you guys, and again, own it, all right? And share it with other people so that they know that they aren't alone. Yesterday, Lindsay talked about persistence and consistency. So if you were a part of that leader training, this kind of ties into that, of having that persistence and knowing what you want. It will equal your success if you don't quit. And like I said, with these blocks and everything, see them as a form of guidance, you guys, okay? And say, bring it on, because your journey is far from over.